Hello guys and welcome back. So now in this video we're gonna add the opponent car and make the opponent car race between these waypoints. Okay, so for that first of all we need to add a opponent car. So let me check the first waypoint. Okay, it is right there. So I'm gonna add the opponent car right here on this second rank. Okay, so if I go inside the game car, you can add whatever car you want. I'm just gonna add this one for example right here, rotate it on 90 and make sure that you fit this completely right here. Okay, like this. Then on this add a box collider. Okay, let's edit this box collider. I'm gonna move this right here and this one to the top, like this, move it here, then on the front side as well. Okay, and on the left and right as well. Okay, let's do it on this side. Okay, so it is covering the whole car. Now after adding the box collider, let me actually click on prefab and then unpack completely. Okay, and let's name this as opponent car 1. Okay, after that add a rigid body to this car as well. Make the mass of it as 400 and that is pretty much it for this. Okay, so now we can click on game, then scripts, then go inside opponent car AI folder, and in here create a C# script by the name of opponent car. Okay, and after this add another script which will be by the name of opponent car waypoints. Now click on the opponent car 1 and drag and drop these two scripts at the top. Okay, let's first of all start from the opponent car waypoint script. Okay, this script will be used for finding the waypoints for the opponent car. Okay, so we can add a header. Let's name this as opponent car. Okay, and the first reference will be to the opponent car script. So we're gonna say opponent car. Let's name this the same opponent car, but make sure that the O is small. Okay, after this we're gonna create a reference to a waypoint, that from which waypoint the car should start following the other waypoints. Okay, then if we get back right here, okay, let's drag and drop the opponent car script, and then the current waypoint for this one will be this waypoint 0. Okay, so I'm gonna just drag and drop waypoint 0 in there. Okay, so the car will move to this waypoint, and then from here we want the car to follow this waypoint 0 next waypoint. So the next waypoint of it is waypoint 1, and then 1, the next is 2. So it's gonna go in this way. Okay, so right here in the start method, what we're gonna do, we're gonna say opponent car dot, actually first of all, now after this we need to work on our opponent car first of all. Okay, so let's open up that script, and now in here we're gonna create a header which will be by the name of car engine, and we're gonna create a float which will store the maximum speed of the car. Then we're gonna create another one which will be by the name of acceleration, and this will be equals to 1 by default. Then we're going to create another float which will be the turning speed of our car. So let's set this to 30 by default. Okay, then the next one will be of type float by the name of brake speed. This will be 12 by default. Now after this, let's create another header and let's name this as destination variable. Okay, so the first one will be a public vector 3 by the name of destination. Then we're gonna create a bool which will be by the name of destination reached. And also guys, right here at the top you need to create another public float by the name of current speed. Okay, and that is pretty much it for this. At the end we're gonna create a reference to the rigid body. Okay, so let's name this as RB. Then in the start method, let's first of all assign the rigid body. So we're gonna say RB equals to get component and get the rigid body component. And the RB dot use gravity bool should be set to true. Okay, now after this let's go ahead and create a method to control the car movement. Okay, so we're gonna say public void, let's name this as drive, or you can name this whatever you want. Now first of all we're gonna check if the destination has not been reached. Okay, so if the not destination reached, okay, now if that is the case, then we're gonna first of all calculate the direction and distance to the destination. Okay, so in order to do that, we're gonna create a vector 3 by the name of destination direction. Okay, and this is gonna be equals to destination minus transform dot position. Okay, after this I'm gonna say destination direction dot y, and this is gonna be equals to 0, and then we're gonna create a float by the name of destination distance, and this is gonna be equals to destination direction dot magnitude. Okay, so in these three simple lines we are just simply calculating the direction and distance to the destination, and as you know the destination is the waypoint. Alright, so once we do that, now we're gonna check if the car is not too close to the destination. Okay, and if the car is not too close, then we're gonna continue driving. So we will save the destination distance is greater than equals to brake speed, then let's first of all add steering to our vehicle. Okay, because as you know that there are some cuts, so we want the opponent car to steer perfectly fine in all of them. Okay, so in order to do that, we're going to create a quaternion by the name of target rotation, and that's going to be equals to quaternion dot look rotation, and right here let's pass the destination direction, and after this we're gonna say transform dot rotation, and this is gonna be equals to quaternion dot rotate towards, and we want to rotate towards the target rotation. So we will first of all pass transform dot rotation, which is the current rotation of the car, then the target rotation, and then we want to depend, or you can say we want to make this rotation smooth. So we're gonna pass turning speed, and let's multiply that by time dot delta time. Okay, then when we have steering, now let's add acceleration because the car should move as well. So for that we're gonna equal the current speed to mathf dot move towards, and we want the car to move towards the waypoint by using the current speed and then max speed and then acceleration, and we're gonna multiply that by time dot delta time. Okay, so this line is for acceleration. And as you know that we are using rigid body, so now in order to move the car we're gonna use the rigid body velocity. Okay, so we're gonna say rb dot velocity equals to transform dot forward. Let's multiply that by the current speed, and that is it. Okay, so in this if condition we just say that if the car is not close to the destination, we're gonna continue driving towards that destination. And now if the car reaches that destination, then what we're gonna do? Okay, so in here, if the car is close to the destination, then we will mark the destination reached to true, and we're gonna stop the car. Okay, so we're gonna say destination reached equals to true, then rb dot velocity will be equals to vector 3 dot 0. That is it. Now as you know that there is no method to assign the destination to our car, because for now the car doesn't know that what is its destination. Okay, so its destination will be the current waypoint. Okay, and we're gonna pass this current waypoint to our opponent car. Okay, don't worry about that, but first of all we need to create a method right here to receive this current waypoint on this script. So let's go ahead and set up a method to set the destination for the car. Okay, so we're gonna say public void locate destination. Let's pass vector 3 by the name of destination. Okay, and we're gonna pass this current from this current waypoint we're gonna take the next waypoint, and then we will pass that next waypoint to this destination. Okay, you will get to know what I mean by this, but first of all let's complete this. So right here we're gonna say that this dot destination equals to this destination parameter, and we're gonna set the destination reached to false. Okay, simple as that. Now what we're gonna do is right here we're gonna create an update method, and in this we're gonna call the drive method. Okay, now we can get back to the opponent car waypoints, and on this script now in the start we're gonna say opponent car dot locate destination, and as you know that locate destination needs a vector 3 destination, so we're gonna say current waypoint dot get position. Okay, and if you open up the waypoint script, as you can see it is this get position. Okay, in which we have this thing set up. Alright, for that you will have to watch the previous video. Anyways, so now in the update what we're gonna do, we're gonna say that if the opponent car dot destination is reached, okay, then we want to add the next waypoint so that the car can move to the next waypoint. Okay, so current waypoint will be then equals to current waypoint dot next waypoint. Okay, this is what I mean. So when we reach one waypoint, then we're gonna assign the next waypoint, and that next waypoint will be passed to this, and then from here it will be passed to this method right here, and then the car will start moving towards that waypoint. Okay, now after that we're gonna say opponent car dot locate destination, and let's pass the current waypoint dot get position right here as well. Simple as that. Okay, now if we get back right here, as we know that we have already added the opponent car 1 script and the current waypoint to this, and now right here what we're gonna do is we're gonna set the max speed of this car to 35. Current will be 3.5. Actually current will be 0 because it will be added automatically. The acceleration should be 3.5. okay, and this acceleration is the speed of how much the car um, will take to start accelerate. Okay, then the turning speed, let's make it 70. Brake speed should be, leave it as 12, and that's it. For now we don't have the lap system or anything else, but don't worry, we will be adding that right after the opponent AI. Okay, so now everything else is set up. We can start the game, and you will notice that the car will start moving slowly. As you can see, the car is accelerating. As you can see, the current speed is increasing slowly. Okay, the car is not moving fast. Okay, so as you can see, our AI is advanced from our previous courses. Okay, as you can see, now the current speed reached 35 and it's gonna be 35, and as you can see, the car is moving in the next waypoint line. Okay, now the next thing which we will be doing is whenever the car is taking turn right here or taking any turn, we will decrease the opponent car speed, because that is what happens in games. Okay, or in real life as well. When we take a turn, we slow our car and then we take a turn. Okay, so we will be adding that to our AI as well, and after that we're going to be adding the lab system as well. Okay, but now with this done, let's end this video right here.